Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with Andrew Neeme.
Greetings. Here we are.
One of the better poker players out there. One of the best poker vloggers, if you ask me. And just want to ask him a couple questions. When did you start to play poker again, Andrew?
I guess I first got into it in 2004.
2004.
When I moved to LA around that time.
Okay. From where?
I grew up in Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
So I was living in London for like a year and a half, just working, and then came to Los Angeles after leaving London. And was just kind of playing online, just recreationally, in very fish cake manner, as everyone is when they first start playing. And just was playing in my off hours at the job.
Okay.
And then occasionally coming out to like the Hustler Casino.
In LA.
That was sort of my spot. Work kind of slowed down during the recession. More and more poker, more time for poker, less happening at the job.
Right.
And just eventually kind of found some strategy here and there online and read a little bit and put some more hours in and did okay. The games were also much easier back then, so it was easier to fall into poker for sure.
Right. There was less like, bluffing and whatnot going on back there,
There was
right?
less professionals, there was less information, the playing field was a little bit flatter. The professionals weren't as good, and there was less information available, and the game was a little bit more solved, but not completely at this point in time.
Right.
So yeah, I just kind of fell into it, and then I decided after the work had slowed down, decided to move to Las Vegas because I always liked going there when I was living in LA. I decided I didn't want to leave anymore, and off we went. How
many years did you live in LA for?
4.5 years.
From 2004 to 2008?
Yep.
And then you moved to Vegas in 2008 until currently, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the story.
Do you like it better in Vegas or in LA, honestly?
The games are definitely better in LA.
The games are better in LA?
Yeah. The trade-off is that the cost of living is much lower in Vegas.
Of course.
And rake is a little bit lower. But it's just easy. Like, life is very easy in Vegas. Your money goes a lot further, so the standard of living is a little bit higher. But LA is awesome. I wish I still miss it a lot, and I would love to come back here. Yeah.
What is it that you like better about LA overall compared to Vegas?
The city or the poker?
Overall, both.
Well, the poker is good for several reasons. I think there's obviously there's more people here, but there's also more money here in general.
Really?
Yeah, there's just like, the different industries that are here, and there's also a lot of people that have businesses, and a lot of these businesses are cash businesses, cash operated, and a lot of these people, there's just a big gambling culture here in Los Angeles. So you have all these factors that kind of work together in LA to sort of drive the poker games. Vegas, of course, we get tourism,
yes,
and it's very concentrated on the Strip.
Right.
So we have that in our favor, but the cost of living is very low, and it doesn't take a lot to grind out a living in Vegas, so you can kind of play lower stakes, and the lower games are tougher as a result. Right. So you do definitely prefer the poker culture in LA compared to Vegas? Yeah, for sure. There's more people here. There's just more of a gambling atmosphere here in California, and what's not to like? Obviously, like, the traffic is the big downside. Trying to get out here to these casinos. That's the worst thing about LA, is the traffic, honestly. Of course. But the weather is perfect, food is great, everything else is great, minus the freaking traffic, obviously. You said it. You know what I mean? Whereas in Vegas, everything's great except the climate. It depends. Summer's too hot, winter's too cold, right? Some people like it. It's tough to beat LA. LA is perfect in that regard. So when it comes to weather, yeah, of course. Exactly. Of course. All right, well, that's all I had to ask you, Andrew. All right. Thank you. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it, man.